Welcome, Ricky. Why don't you tell the audience who you are and where you're from?
Awesome. Yes, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for inviting me to your show. Well, my real name is Ricardo Guzman, but my closer friends and family calls me Ricky, and some of my internet friends calls me Lucky, and I'm from Mexico. Yeah.
Nice. So I know you're the founder and builder of ArWiki. What is ArWiki?
Well, the RWiki concept was created by Sam Williams, the greatest Sam Williams. He was looking to create a decentralized wiki for RWIP documentation. And I'll be always grateful to Sam because he gave me the chance to collaborate on this project. RWiki is an RWIP collective knowledge base and is hosted on the Permaweb itself and open to contributions from all. RWiki is wiki software, so it's like collaborative software where users can contribute, adding and editing pages from their browsers and using an RWIP wallet like RWIP app or RConnect.
Nice.
Um, the biggest difference between our wiki and a traditional wiki is that we use blockchain. Particularly, we use the RWIP blockchain, so our RWiki is a decentralized wiki. And traditional wikis like Wikipedia uses Web 2 technologies. This means that you need to have your own servers for your database and for hosting. For example, Wikipedia uses a software called MediaWiki. So to run your own traditional wiki, you will need to have an Apache web server and a MySQL server. Then you need to configure and install PHP, download and install the MediaWiki software. And this means that you will need to buy a server or rent a cloud computing service like from Amazon, AWS, or Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure. But our wiki is very different. It is a DApp, a Web3 application that uses the block WIP as a database and for hosting our files. We don't have or need Apache or PHP or MySQL. We use the Permaweb instead. The Permaweb is a permanent and decentralized web built on top of the RWIP, and people can host full decentralized web applications in the RWIP blockchain. For example, we upload all our wiki HTML, CSS, images, and JS files to the RWIP blockchain. And when you upload a file to the RWIP blockchain, it returns you a transaction ID. And with that transaction ID and an RWIP gateway, you can use your web browser to point to that transaction. So if a user accesses an HTML file using a gateway, it will be rendered as a full web page on their machine. Using the Permaweb has many benefits, but my favorite one is the zero cost maintenance because all our data and files are permanently hosted on the RWIP blockchain, and we don't need to pay monthly fees like you will usually do when you use cloud services like Amazon or Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure. Also, our wiki is always available, and it is very hard to be taken down or modified because all our files are permanently hosted on the RWIP blockchain. And RWiki is like the evolution for wiki software. And in my opinion, the permaweb on RWIP is the next evolution of the web. And yes, more or less like that. Tom.
Very, very cool. Yeah. What a great idea. Wikipedia is kind of used by everyone as kind of the new encyclopedia. But, there's been discussions where it hasn't necessarily been, it's not permanent, right? And then our wiki being on the permaweb, being on our Weave network, it's paid for to last for at least 200 years, but with the endowment forever. And our wiki hosts the RWeave documentation. So if anyone wants to find out about Arweave or read about the technical details of Arweave, you can go to wiki.gateway.io or wiki.arweave.dev and find that information. But like Wikipedia is to MediaWiki, can anyone create a wiki using ArWiki?
Yes, anyone and can create their own ArWiki. But let me tell something first. I think that you're right. And one of the problems with Wikipedia is that they depend on donations. And because if you go to the wikipedia.com right now, you will see a banner that says, "Please donate to Wikipedia like $2," and that's a big problem because they spent a lot of money on their infrastructure, on their servers, and we don't have that issue. That's and everything was Sam Williams' idea. He's a genius. He was the inventor of this concept, and I don't know. I loved being part of this RWiki community. To create your own RWiki, well, our current RWiki is only focused on RWiki documentation, but it is possible for anyone to create their own RWiki. There are two ways. The first one, an easier way, will be using One Clicky Wiki. One Clicky Wiki is an RWiki deployer. With one click, any user with an RWiki wallet and some R tokens can create their own RWiki for personal usage from their web browsers. And One Clicky Wiki is being developed by Facts Laboratory. If anyone is interested on deploying a personal RWiki, I would recommend to reach the Facts Laboratory team at Twitter. Maybe I can send you later the Twitter handle, or in their Discord channel. And the second, yes, One Clicky Wiki. I love that service, and it's very easy to use. I totally recommend to your audience to give it a try. The second way will be a little. It is a different method. You need to fork the RWiki software from our GitHub repository, but this method is only recommended for advanced users like you, Tom. You are an advanced user, and the main benefit is that you can fully customize your RWiki. And I can send you later the link. I don't have the link right now, but it's on GitHub, and you can search for it with the name of ArWiki.
Yeah, excellent. I'll make sure I'll drop all those links in the show notes. And yeah, we'll let people find those pretty easily. But that's so cool. And again, I've actually implemented the wiki for stamps. But before we jump into that, what got you interested in Arweave and the Permaweb?
Oh, that's a great question, Tom. Well, I have been researching about blockchain from around 5 years ago. I started buying some Bitcoin and doing some trading with my brother Miguel. Miguel and I, we are partners, and he's my brother, he's my best friend, and we do everything together.
Nice.
And well, I'm good at programming, so my brother he told me to go deeper on blockchain development. It was his idea. We start making the apps on Ethereum for fun, but somehow I found Gitcoin, so I start participating on hackathons, and luckily I won a prize on one, and I was like very excited because it, I don't know. Sometimes I'm very shy and I don't have like good esteem, but I see some success on that, and I try to research more about blockchain and all that stuff, and my brother and I, we learned that the real value of cryptocurrencies is not only the trading part. The real value is when you actually use your cryptocurrencies, when you start building your own the apps, your own applications, or when you find real use cases. Because if you only store all that value, you can the prices can crash down and the prices are very volatile. So the safest way and the coolest way is to try to do some to build something, you know.
Right.
And yes, you know, because you are Tom, the man behind a lot of cool projects, and you are a very talented developer, so you already know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, in this journey, I found ArWip thanks to a Gitcoin hackathon. My first project in ArWip was for the Open Web Foundry hackathon, and that was like 3 years ago. And I can say that I felt in love since the first day that I started learning about ArWip. They ArWip, well, they provide permanent file storage, and it also supports smart contracts, but they are called smart web contracts. And well, I like more RWIP than Ethereum because with Ethereum is extremely they are very expensive. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And well, I like their smart contracts, but each byte that you store is very expensive, and it is not for me, man, because I don't have that budget. I have a dog. He's
That's
barking right
okay.
now. Sorry. RWIP is the opposite. It's very cheap to store and access large amount of data. So RWIP is a beast, man. Also, I love the Permaweb concept. A DApp stored on the Permaweb is a real Web3 DApp. It is fully decentralized, and this cannot be done in other blockchains. So the closest probably is Filecoin, but their storage is not permanent. You are still renting the service. And with IPFS, they are close, but it is not permanent storage. And I really hope that more people can understand how RWIP can change their lives because it is very different. It is very unique. I think that Sam Williams is the best computer scientist of our decade, and because his invention is great. And if anyone in your audience is a web developer, they need to know that they are already perma-web developers, but they don't know yet.
Right.
They right, because they only need to change their web 2 servers for or with the RWIP blockchain, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very cool, and you're so right. We've got a lot of developers that are future permaweb developers once they really realize, you know, what they can do, and they can bring their skills to the permaweb. It's not like you have to relearn how to program to work on the permaweb, which is really cool. So again, I enjoyed the wiki, how you built it, and I also, saw that you implemented stamps on the wiki. So I just have to ask you, how was it implementing the stamp protocol?
It was very easy, and I love the stamps protocol, man. I mean it. In our wiki, how we use stamps in our wiki? Well, in our wiki, we have these articles, and each page has a little like button on the top called the stamp button. And we have a counter on each wiki page that displays how many users likes the page. We use the stamps protocol under the hood. It's like part of our secret sauce. And actually, I want to implement the stamps protocol in our other DApps, but time it's
Oh yeah,
yes, I'm short of time sometimes.
oh yeah, yeah.
Well, as as all our wiki pages are with NFTs, each time an user stamps a page, the NFT owner can be rewarded with stamp coins, and also users with the stamp coins can make a super stamp for the RWiki page that they like, uh, and send the stamp coins directly to the page owner. So that's awesome because it is like a reward system, and we love to have it in our wiki because incentivizes more people to contribute to our wiki, looking for because they are looking for the stamp coin reward. And I love that part. Yes, it is a great protocol. And it works like a charm. I mean, it's very fast and very easy to implement. I will recommend to your audience to give it a try, man. They need to use the stamps protocol more. I love it.
Very cool. I love it. I love it. So, um, development never stops. Do you have some future plans for our wiki?
Yes, we have been working on ArWiki like for 2 years. So now our software is a little mature. I don't, it is not a baby right now.
Yeah.
It grew up. And our plan is to keep our wiki just updated and keep giving support to our users as far as we can. Current our wiki version is 2.0.6 and it has proved to be very stable, but we will release newer versions if they are needed. If someone finds a security bug or something, we need to fix that. We don't want that. And our wiki, well, ArWiki, I like ArWiki because it supports different languages like English, Spanish, Hungarian, Chinese, Ukrainian, and Korean. But we will love to add more languages like Arabic and maybe, I don't know, there are a lot of languages. And there are also a lot of pages in ArWiki that are pending to be translated. So we hope that more users can join our wiki to help us to finish the pending translations. That would be cool.
Very cool. And yeah, I think it's pretty easy if you know a particular language to just take any article and translate it right through the interface, right? You don't really have to code. You can just grab the article and create a translation.
Yes, and that will be a great way to start learning how Permaweb the apps works for the users. Yes, yes.
Awesome. So, you know, we're talking about our wiki, but I also happen to know that you've built some other apps on the Permaweb. Care to share or talk about some of the other cool projects that you've built on the Permaweb?
Oh, sure, compadre. Yes, I have been collaborated for a few ones. My favorite is the app, or well, yeah, it's a like an IDE. It's the first and only smart web contracts IDE, and with our code, it's called R code. With R code, users can create and deploy RWeb smart contracts from their browsers. And the URL is very easy. It is rcode.studio. And from there, yes, you're the best, Tom. Yes, that's R code. I love that project. It is made on Vue. Uh, I updated the system, I don't know, like a month ago. So maybe I need to work again on that. But it does all the basics fine. So it should work. If you want to start experimenting with our web smart web contracts, you maybe can start using our code studio. This message is for your audience if they are interested on start experimenting on how and on what can be done with RWIP. Maybe they will find our code studio the easiest way to start deploying smart contracts to the RWIP blockchain. And another very cool project where I contributed was a client for the public square protocol. The public square protocol was invented by Sam Williams, actually. And there is another version made by DMAC. He created this awesome tutorial on how to develop your own Twitter-like platform. But we create this another client. I invest a lot of, of time there. I'm not sure if it's working. It has some problems the last time that I checked, and that's why I don't know. Who knows? Uh, what's the problem? But it should work. Sometimes doesn't work, but probably it's because the gateway. Um, I need to improve definitely that that platform.
Yeah.
But if someone wants to visit our public square version, it is a decentralized social media platform, and the URL is publicsquare.social. And I have contributed on more projects, but maybe we can talk about it if
Yeah.
you invite me other day.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, that's super cool. Both projects. I think Public Square is kind of like the hello world to the permaweb. It's a great first app for developers to kind of work through. And just want to give a huge shout out to DMAC too, because he's got like a tutorial on our wiki to walk users through the Public Square protocol. But yeah, the R Code Studio is really cool too. You can actually pull up any contract ID and kind of see the code that's deployed on the permaweb. And I find that really helpful a lot of times just when I want to kind of read some of the contract code. So great job on those projects and great job on the wiki. Um, and again, I'm gonna drop the Twitter link at the ArWiki. Is that the best place to get in touch with you if anyone wants to ask you a question or something?
Yes, sure. You can find our social media links on the bottom of the RWiki page, and I'm
Okay.
very happy that you use our code. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a question, Tom. Did
Sure.
you created the Permapages app or not?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's great stuff. Great
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. It's a little shaky, little beta-ish right now, but I think I've got a plan to really smooth it and make it just more mainstream usable. But I really like the idea of being able to just build web pages out of Markdown and have the freedom to add, what you want. So it's kind of like a little developer scratch pad, not necessarily a blog system. So plus being able to um, create those ARNS subdomains is a lot of fun too.
Oh, it is amazing, and everyone in our web community has their own ARNS
Yes.
name.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it. Great job.
Yeah. And there's still more to come. So if you join the community, that's definitely a good place to stop is to create your own little ARNS subdomain. And you can put your projects on it and people can stamp it. You can link to our wiki or link to our code studio. So it's a lot of fun. It's like the permaweb is becoming this kind of, you know, um, application social network where all these apps can talk to each other. And that's super exciting. And you can share functionality. So it's like we're all working together towards one goal and there's not like a lot of competition. At least that's how I feel. What about you?
Yes, I feel the same. It is very different to other communities because I mean, in Ethereum, you can do all the things that you can make or you can build in RWIP. I love it, and I hope that more people can see all this beauty because they are missing something amazing. I don't know why there are some. I hope that more people join us. That's
Yeah.
all that I have to say about it because they are missing something very special here, my friends. Please take a look at what RWIP can do for you because it have changed the life of many people, including me.
Yep.
I'm a little guy from Mexico. I'm a regular developer. I love to create programs, to spend time programming on my computer. And I used to be a Web2 developer, but when I found all the power behind RWIP, I just can I spent all my time, all my free time, investing what can be done here, and I'm still surprised of what people is building. Like Tom, one of the best developers, and there are many others like Jean-Francois Jeff
Yeah. Yeah.
from RWIP app and the guys from Berto. Martin and
Yep.
Tate, and there are a lot of
Community Lab,
amazing
yep.
people. Yes,
Yeah.
and yeah, please come and give it a try, my friends. You will not regret about it, compadres.
Well, Ricky, I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you for taking time, and again, you're amazing. The wiki is amazing. I think it sets it's an easy to read code base to see how to implement internationalization support in your apps in the Permaweb. So just keep it up, and yeah, maybe we'll chat again sometime. So have a great day. Thanks again.
Thank you, Tom. See you again.
All right, bye.
Thanks.